Well, Luis and Jair, it's really nice to see you. I trust you're both keeping well. Tell me, how is the pandemic treating Panama these days?
Well, it's nice seeing you, Rodney, and I hope that you are doing well and keep healthy. It has been very, very difficult for the country. However, we are optimistic that the economy is going to restart soon. And in that sense, we are focused in being with our clients, helping them go through these difficult times we're living.
Well, outstanding. You know, with spring coming, hopefully everything is going to be starting to look a lot better very, very soon. Let's hope.
Yes.
So Luis, we were talking just a little while ago about how so many multinationals view Panama really as a business hub location for their South and Central American operations. Why is that?
Yes, regardless of the pandemic and everything, there are some things that are undeniable, and that one of these is the geographical position Panama has, and also the fundamentals of the economy, which had helped for many years to be considered as a hub for the Americas and actually for the whole world, we must say, with the Panama Canal in operation, and the banking system also being very strong as a regional center, and a stable currency, since we have the Balboa as a national currency, which is tied to the US dollar. So our economy has been very stable for many, many years. And as we were discussing, this specific program that was introduced several years ago related to attracting multinationals to set up their regional operations here had been even enhanced last year. Originally, it was driven towards attracting multinationals to establish their back office services from our country because its closeness to the region, the number of flights. But at these times where people are not flying as we used to do, more companies are in the digital era now. It was considered necessary, also taking into consideration the concept of nearshoring, to enhance the program, to include the possibility of companies having light manufacturing activities within Panama, like the final assembly line or minor modifications to products that are eventually shipped to Latin American countries. Maybe Jair can expand a little bit more on what are the benefits that are present in this regime.
Thank you, Luis. I'm very happy also to be here with Rodney as well. As you mentioned, this is a program that has been very successful in Panama for many, many years, and it has more than 150 multinationals established here in the country for providing basically intergroup services to other entities in the region, or it can be elsewhere. Even it can provide local services to Panamanian subsidiaries. This is a program that has been reviewed by the Global Forum on Transparency of the OECD. And the forum made some recommendations to enhance the program. Originally, it was completely exempted from income tax. Nowadays, after the changes, it is subject to tax at a reduced rate of 5%. One of the important changes that were also introduced recently had to do with the substance requirements based on BEPS 5 standards. And these substance requirements imply that the entity has to have employees and substance in Panama. And it also provides for certain limitations for subcontracting part of the functions outside of Panama. So the core activities of the multinational headquarters need to be located in Panama for it to consider approved for substance requirements. So that is a very important aspect. Some other aspects relate to transfer pricing obligations, which these entities also have to comply. Substance requirements are mandatory for multinational headquarter companies established in Panama. As of this year, 2021, depending on the date in which they were incorporated under the regime. So this is very relevant, and most of our clients that are under this regime are taking a look at this into this right now, because they need to consider several aspects in order to be compliant with this substance requirements, and they're preparing for this June 30, 2021 deadline that we have in place now.
So that's interesting, Jay. So there's a deadline June this year to come into compliance with substance and transfer pricing obligations as consistent with the BEPS framework. Is that what I heard you say?
Exactly. This is for most of the multinational headquartered companies. Some of them, especially those that were included recently into this regime, had their obligation already applying as of 2019. But for most part, these entities come from 2007 and on, and they will have their obligation starting on July 1st this year.
So something for folk to be thinking about then. And Luis, you were saying that, well, you've got the location close to market, so that's good. The infrastructure, and now a sophisticated and well-settled regulatory framework for businesses to fit within as well. I'm guessing this is keeping you very busy as clients evaluate how this fits into their overall plans.
Yes, and one key aspect is, of course, people and international staff. And since there are some tax benefits associated with bringing people into Panama, like easiness in obtaining the working visas, and also some tax exemptions and social security exemptions, it makes a perfect fit for times in which companies are looking for savings in terms of their operations, slimming their costs. And so I think it's interesting to take a look to this program, as many multinationals have been doing so far.
Well, it's just fascinating, because I know for North American organizations, right, the concept of nearshoring is one that more and more folk are looking at. So, gosh, it's really good to catch up with both of you, Jay and Luis. Fascinating topic. And look, stay healthy until you get vaccinated, okay?
The same. Thank
Likewise.
you. Thank you, Rodney.
Okay.
We look forward to seeing in person in the future.
So looking forward to it, Luis. Looking forward to coming back down to Panama.